Hey everyone, welcome back to another day of 12 days of yoga and Pilates. Today is day 10 and we are focusing on a full body yoga sculpt class. You don't need any equipment. All you need is yourself and something soft below you. So with that, let's get started. As always, meet me in a seated position in the center of your mat. Hands rest on your knees. Close down your eyes and take in one deep breath. And let it go. Opening up those eyes. Arms flow up as you inhale. Come down through prayer. Exhale. Flow through this once more. Arms come up. Inhale. And exhale as you turn your body towards the right. Left hand reaches that right knee. Take a breath. And switch sides. Right hand comes down onto your left knee. Flowing back and forth here one more time. Exhale, twist to the left. Coming onto all fours, shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over your knees. And circle your entire body to the right, coming into this different variation of a cat-cow pose. Pushing those shoulder blades up, releasing that belly down to the mat. Moving with your breath. Switch directions, circling to the left. Deep inhales and exhales here. Really feeling into your body and pushing into any area that may need a little bit more release. Deep inhale and come to center. Tucking those feet underneath you. Hips sit down on top of those heels. Adjust those baby toes if they got a little left behind here. Inhale as you reach your arms up. Hands come to prayer in front of your chest. And release those arms all the way behind you. Interlacing those fingers. And press those arms all the way up. Taking in a deep breath. Pulling in your lower belly for support as you fold all the way forward. Forehead rests on the mat. Stay here for a breath. Rise back up. Really squeeze your core here to keep your balance. Fold forward 2 more times. Pressing those hands up towards the sky once you hit the mat. Squeeze that core, rise back up. Final fold. Release down. Inhale and rise back up. Releasing your hands. Come onto all fours. Spread those knees to either side of your mat and sit back into your child's pose. Lengthening those fingers. Deeply inhale. Come back up onto all fours. Tuck those toes and lift your knees a few inches off of the mat, coming into your bear pose. Deep squeeze in your core and lift and lower those knees. Really squeezing every part of your body here. Keep lifting for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Push back into your downward dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Lift and lower those heels into the mat. Feeling a deep release in the back of your hamstrings. Adding in some more movement here, deeply bending one knee and then the other. Deep inhales and exhales to release that tension. Straighten both of your legs. Chest reaches towards those toes. Ears are in between your arms. And release your knees down onto the mat. Left arm reaches all the way up and folds underneath your body. Right fingers tiptoe to the top of the mat, opening up this stretch a little bit more. Deep breaths here. Switching sides. Right arm reaches all the way up, folds underneath you, head rests on the mat. Opposite arm reaches all the way forward. Deep inhale and release. Slowly pushing yourself back up. Push up into downward dog. Press that chest towards your feet. Place all of your balance onto your left foot and lift that right leg up and down, keeping your toes pointed. Keep this movement slow and controlled. For 3, 2, and 1. Lift that right knee all the way through towards the front of the mat. And come down into your pigeon pose. Push up on those fingertips. Lengthen your back. Chin rises. And fold forward. Resting on your elbows or your forehead here. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhale as you rise back up, coming into downward dog. Right leg reaches all the way towards the sky. Bend that knee, stack your hips, really open up here, and release that right leg down. Knees fall to the mat. Come through your chaturanga. Reach your head all the way back for a breath. And come back into downward dog. Placing all of that weight in your right foot. And lifting and lowering that left leg. Squeezing your core, keeping those hips in place. Lift for 3, 2, and 1. Pull that leg all the way forward, arching back in this pigeon pose, getting a deep release through your chest. And fold all the way down. Try to keep those hips in alignment with one another. Really press into that right psoas to open up. Deep breaths here. And slowly come all the way back up. Rising into your downward dog. Left leg reaches all the way towards the sky. Bend that knee. Stack those hips. And lower down through your first full chaturanga. Squeezing and lifting those thighs off the mat. And press back into downward dog. Right leg reaches all the way up. Steps all the way to the front. Come into warrior 1. Front knee is bent. Arms are reaching towards the sky. Release and interlace those hands behind your back. Right heel lifts up and pulse up and down. Find that balance, keeping that foot as lifted as you can here. Deep breaths, hold your core tight. Keep pulsing for 3, 2, and 1. Arms flow up and over, and fold forward. Tiptoe that front foot to the right. Toes are off the mat, but your heel is still on the mat. And lower down into your lizard pose. Allowing that right hip just to gently fall open. Take an inhale and come back up. Tiptoe that right leg back to center. Step back into downward dog. And flow through your chaturanga. Hips drop to the floor. Flow your head back. And come back into downward dog. Left leg comes up this time. Stepping it all the way forward. Upper body rises up. Interlace those hands behind your back. Lift that front heel and pulse it out. You can squeeze those inner thighs here together for a little bit more stability. Keep lifting for 3, 2, and 1. Hands rise all the way up and fold forward. Tiptoe that foot to the left side of your mat. You can either come down onto your elbows here or use that left arm to press open that knee. Getting a really deep stretch in those hip flexors. Hold here. And release. Step back into downward dog. Flow through your chaturanga. Elbows stay tucked in towards your body. Press all the way through and up. And press those hips back. Swing your legs underneath you. Knees are bent. Shoulders are over your wrists, and press those hips all the way up towards the sky. Head falls back, stretching out that front body. Take a deep inhale and release, only lowering your hips a few inches here. Moving into some tricep dips, bend those elbows and straighten. You should really feel the back of your arms firing up here. Keep lifting and lowering for 3, 2, and 1. Keeping those hips lifted, extend those legs all the way towards the bottom of the mat, and press those hips all the way up. Releasing your head, stretching the front of your body once more. And release. Meeting me in a seated position in the center of your mat, ending out this class the exact way that we started. Inhale as you lift those arms up. Exhale as they come down through prayer. Inhale, flow up. Exhale through center. Last deep inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Exhale as you lower those arms down through prayer. Thank you guys so much for joining me for day 10, and as always, I will see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.